Well, good evening. It is 7:57, 3 minutes before 8 o'clock here in Oklahoma. And we are seeing several severe thunderstorms now that are tracking to the northeast. Nothing in the Oklahoma City area as of yet, but we are starting to see some things ramp up. So I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the storm of the hour right now. This one is not going to impact Oklahoma City at all, but it is moving just to the east of Woodward. And this storm is a supercell. Supercells are basically an individual cell that has rotation and is pretty much a pretty impactful storm. And at this time, this storm is moving just to the north and east. It's got severe thunderstorms, severe thunderstorm warnings, associated with it, going right up into the Oklahoma and Kansas border near Alva. So it's to the west of Interstate 35. It is to the north of Interstate 40 in that quadrant of Oklahoma, and it is just powering along by itself just to the east of the city of Fairview, Oklahoma. I'm going to go ahead and stop this motion here. This thing is really tightening up actually right now, and it is getting some really strong shear right on the western side of this storm. Trying to see right now what I am looking at. So this is something that we definitely want to continue to monitor. It's really intense though right here. If you're living, this is a severe thunderstorm, but if you're living anywhere in this area, really in the area of Alva, this storm is going to be starting to come on you just here in a few minutes. That strongest part of the storm is going to hit the Alva area in about 25 minutes. So as you can see here, that's your storm track for Alva. Something that you also want to be aware of is that, again, this is a supercell storm and we are under a tornado watch, and honestly there is probably a good amount of rotation in this storm at this time because of just the way that it is developing. I'm going to go ahead and turn on a different mode of our radar here. And we do actually have some rotation here right now. This is over by really just between or south and east of Sealing, to the east of Taloga, to the west of Canton. If you're in this area, take shelter. I'm going to say it right now. There's no tornado warning associated with this storm right now, but that could change any second because this storm is not messing around. It is tightening up and it is getting significantly stronger. Look at that. Look, it's just coming along and then bam, right there. The most recent sweep a little bit weaker than the previous one, but this thing is not messing around. Yeah, that's not something you want to mess around with at all. Going to the north and east. I'm going to go ahead and do a storm track directly on this storm here. That track is a little bit low. I'm going to go ahead and let's see, because this storm is moving faster than what it's saying it's moving. It's saying this storm is moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. It's pretty slow. Get that storm track on it again. 28 miles an hour. All right, if you are in the Fairview area, seek shelter. in the next 30 minutes. You have about 30 minutes to get to get prepared and get to your safe room. 45 minutes max, depending on how this is coming together. If you are in, really, even if you're looking in Helena or Carmen, the storm is headed your direction. Now, of course, it's going to take a little bit of time for it to get there, but it's moving pretty slowly. Think about it this way: if you were driving your car at 28 miles an hour, you wouldn't get anywhere really fast. But again, this storm is also going as the crow flies. It has not taken roads, so it is going directly north and east. And so you really do want to pay attention to this storm. I'm surprised Weather Service has not issued a tornado warning, to be honest. We go back to base reflectivity here. Let me check these other storms really quickly. Oh, this one looks like it's got some tightening as well. And this is exactly why they are putting a little bit. They are putting a tornado watch out, because these storms do have the potential. Boy, this one though. Oh boy. I'm going to say that right now, at the town of Fonda, there's something. It's either a funnel cloud or a wall cloud, but there is something spinning up right by the town of Fonda, just east of Sealing. You could see it probably if you're in Sealing. This is a pretty flat country out there. What kind of lightning do we have? I'm not reporting any lightning. So again, if you're in the Fonda area, up and there is our hook echo right there. If you're seeing that, there it is. You see this right here? This sucking in. I do not like that at all. This whole spot. I'm gonna venture a guess and say that this is tornadic at this time. I'm gonna look at Alright, next radar sweep came through. Let's go ahead and check on that rotation check again. Hasn't quite refreshed yet. I'm going to go ahead and give it a good restart here so that we can get the latest information. What I'm really concerned about right now is this right here. That is our rotation, a little rotation right here too. And as of right now, the Weather Service has not issued a tornado warning. Oh, as I speak. Let's go ahead and get going on this one. Tornado warning. There it is. Tornado warning for southeastern Woods County in northwestern Oklahoma. Central Major County in northwestern Oklahoma. All right, let me just go ahead and let you know what's going on here. So basically what we are looking at right now is a tornado warning for Woods and Major County in northwestern Oklahoma. This is until 8:45. So at 8:05, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles southeast of Orion, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. The hazard here, of course, is tornado. This is, let's see if it's radar indicated. It is radar indicated rotation. So it has not been spotted by storm spotters or confirmed by the National Weather Service, but it is radar indicated. Again, treat it just like you would a normal tornado. Take cover now. Move to a storm shelter, save room, or an interior room on the lowest floor. Sturdy building, avoid windows. If you're outdoors or in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Again, if you are in an exterior room, move to an interior room immediately. If you are anywhere in this area. So I'm gonna go back to the composite here. Let's go ahead and get that going. Reflectivity, excuse me. Still getting into my spring mode here. It's been a hot minute since I've analyzed storms like this. This is our hook echo right there. You see, I'm going to go ahead and get it so I can draw this right here. If you can see that, that is the reason the hook is there, is because the wind is coming into the storm. It's spinning, and it is deforming the storm pretty much, but it's also giving us a very good indicator of where the rotation is. Again, National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for Woods and major counties in northwestern Oklahoma. This is a tornado warning, meaning a tornado has been detected by radar. All right, let's go ahead and zoom out, see the big picture. This does not include the community of Fairview, to be clear. It does include, however, the community of Cheyenne Valley, West Clio Springs. I'm gonna go ahead and get a storm track on this storm for you. If you're watching in this area, I hope you're watching from your storm shelter, because you need to be aware that this is a tornado warning, moving 31 miles an hour. Clio Springs, the next 45 minutes, and that's pretty much the extent of the storm track. It's a very rural area, thankfully, a lot of farmland, a lot of farm roads, but again, if you're in this area, you do want to be seeking shelter immediately. Again, tornado warning for Woods and Major County in northwestern Oklahoma. Quickly moving over to a few other storms here. We have one crossing over Interstate 40 right now near the town of Sayre. This is just west of Elk City. This is on the Oklahoma or the... it's right there. It is right. In fact, I drove through Sayre about 6 months ago, or 8 months ago. It's pretty much the first town you come across as you enter Oklahoma coming from the west. Moved to Oklahoma from California in June, and that's why I'm getting back into storm coverage. It's been a hot minute since I've been in the Midwest. Not much to say in California for severe weather. Severe thunderstorm warning just issued now for Roger Mills County, southeastern Roger Mills County in western Oklahoma, northeastern Beckham County in western Oklahoma. This is until 9 p.m. So another 50 minutes here. It's going northeast at 35 miles per hour. These storms are really not moving very fast. The hazard here, of course, is marginal. It's 60-mile-an-hour winds, half dollar-sized hail, so a little bit larger than minimal. But hail damage to vehicles is expected, and wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted: Elk City, Sayre, Hammond, and Berlin. To put a storm track on that one really fast for you if you're in this area. If you're traveling on Interstate 40, this storm is moving right past you right now. But if you are living in the community of Sayre, it's on you. You want to take shelter right away. Elk City, it's going to be hitting you, Elk City, in about 38 minutes. So you really want to keep your eyes peeled. Any one of these storms could quickly become a tornado, and that's just the nature of how this is. This type of situation is that tornadoes are developing, tornadic storms. Really, these are all lone cell storms. There's no squall line, there's no major band of rain coming through until you get further up, and then it's a little broken up in the central Kansas area. And there's nothing really to the south either. You're looking down towards the other panhandle of Texas, towards New Mexico, and far western Texas. Really not a whole lot to speak of in Lubbock, Amarillo. It's really just this line. These are starting to merge together. These two cells have merged. The Wellington and Memphis cells have merged. There's a new cell showing up in Floydada, Texas. And really the one to speak of right now, though, is this one just to the west of Fairview. You really want to be in your safe zone right now. Put it in motion. Let's see. This tornado is just to the west of Dane and Cedar Springs. If you're in Dane or Cedar Springs, take shelter immediately. Again, if you're tuning in right now and you're seeing this, we really advise you to seek shelter right now. You are under a tornado warning in Woods and Major County. Now, not the entire county. It's just this one area, southwest of Cleo Springs and Cleo Springs itself. Cheyenne Valley, just to the west of Fairview. Right in this spot. You're just north of Dane. I don't believe these roads have names. They might, but they're not showing up on my scan. But anyway, all of these little farm roads, you want to just make sure that if you're anywhere in this area, seek shelter. This is a storm that's not to be messed around with. Pretty strong storm. All right, again, going down to the other storms. Nothing else tornadic at this time. One of the things we want to bring to your attention is that these storms do not seem at this time like they will be impacting the Oklahoma City area. There's really no reason to believe that these storms are going to make a hard right and move into the Oklahoma City area. But give you a little tip here. When you see these warning boxes, and they're all kinds of different shapes, they're not all just going the same diagonal pattern, you realize that these storms are kind of have a mind of their own. So this one by Cheyenne is going more north than east. This one is going more east than north. This one by Sayre. This one by Memphis. Part of it's going this way. Part of this one's going this way. So it's indicative of the type of outbreak that we're getting right now. Is these storms, all of them are rotating to an extent. When rotating storms occur, tornadoes often follow. Not always, but often. So again, big storm of the hour right now, tornado warning. I'll go ahead and give a recap. If you're in the southeastern Woods County area in northwestern Oklahoma or central Major County, you want to be seeking shelter immediately. This storm is on top of you. It's until 8:45 for a tornado warning for that area. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was spotted at 8:05, located 4 miles southeast of Orion, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. Of course, the tornado hazard here is strong and a $50 sized hail. This is again radar indicated rotation. It's dark, can't see it. You cannot wait for it just to be on top of you before you seek shelter. Make sure that you are in a small interior middle room of your home. If you are in a mobile home, you need to get out of that mobile home and seek shelter elsewhere. Hopefully you have a storm shelter, because that mobile home would not provide you any kind of safety in the event of a strike by a tornado. If you have no basement, move to an interior room. If you have a regular ranch style home or something like that, with no windows. So oftentimes in this area of the country, you're going to have a bathroom, maybe a closet, maybe a pantry, could even be a laundry room or something that's in the interior of your house, has no windows at all. And that's important because those windows can blow out and you're going to have debris flying through the house, and those exterior walls can be compromised very quickly as the tornado moves in. Do not go to your top floor of your house. Those top floor rooms do not protect you. You've all seen the storm damage in the past where you're seeing a 2 or 3 story house that has been reduced to a 1 story because those top floors, even if they were interior, did not protect you. If you have no basement, move to an interior room. If you do have a basement, move to that basement right away. And if you're in the woods in Major County, this is for you right now. Also, if you have a storm cellar, get in your storm cellar. Storm cellars are always going to be safer even than your most interior room of your house. It is time to move to your storm shelter. It is past time. You need to be in your storm shelter right now if you are in southeastern Woods County or central Major County. Going back to our radar here, this storm is still moving just to the west of Fairview. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a refresh here real quick. It's just to the south and west of Fairview right now. They're saying this was 2 minutes ago. This storm is barely moving. And I mean barely moving. I'm going to do a storm track on it because the storm is incredibly slow. This is just my opinion, but 31 miles an hour. That is not fast at all. Again, 31 miles an hour. No locations found in the affected area. That's good news. Fantastic news. We don't want anyone in this area. Hopefully this is all just farmland, farm access roads. But this rotation is not to be messed around with. If you are anywhere in the Woods Major County area, just to the west of Fairview, just to the north of Tologa, south of Helena, south of Tacoma, please seek shelter immediately. Alright guys, this tornado is on the ground. We're getting confirmation right now from Channel 9 in Oklahoma City. It looks like what their Channel 9 is somewhere in this area right now, near Orion, I believe. And they're looking up to the storm. There are downed power lines, guys, so that means that something's on the ground. Likely the tornado itself. Yep, that's exactly where they are. They are on Highway 60 here, and they're moving east. And there are 2 points of rotation. One is just near Dane. The other one is just to the north of Dane. These are moving east-northeast. I have to say they're moving extremely slow. Channel 9 is saying... Are they saying that... Yeah, northeast. Yeah, they're saying it's moving to the northeast. Nothing else to speak of. Yeah, Channel 9 is reporting that there's debris, and I believe them. There is no reason to believe this tornado is not playing around. It is definitely playing. It is definitely messing up this area as it moves into the. Honestly, it's moving just to the west of Fairview. Honestly, if you're in the Fairview area, it cannot be a bad idea for you to be seeking shelter. Now, I'm only saying that because you never know exactly where the tornado is. It could lift up and touch down somewhere else nearby. This tornado warning box is very small. It's not even covering the whole cell. Weather Service believes that that's the best way to do it at this point for this one. But honestly, wow. So if we go into rotation track, I'm going to... The last 30 minutes has shown that this tornado started off just to the east of Tologa, and it moved right northeast, crossed over Highway 60, and this is where it sets right now. This is just to the north of Dane. The one that is did we just refresh? We refreshed about a minute ago. The tornado circulation that was moving just west of Dane has diminished, which is a great sign, but the one to the north has not. As you can see here, it is still moving to the northeast, and it's heading towards Highway 412 in Orienta. This thing doesn't look like it's going to merge or turn to the right at all, but you can never tell. So I'm going to go ahead and do one more storm track on it. Well, that's unfortunate. Let me redo that one there. What I want to do is I want to get out of this and go back into it. Let me go ahead and do that for you. All right, storm track. Here we come. .31 miles an hour. All right, Cleo Springs, you're under the gun 28 minutes from now. So 28 minutes from now is going to be right around the top of the hour. Yeah, boy, it's close. So 28 minutes from now would be 8:53, something like that. So yeah, if you're anywhere in this area at all, you need to be seeking shelter. Don't wait until the tornado's on you. If you're in Cleo Springs, get to your safe spot right now. Again, this tornado could lift up and drop over here. You just don't know. Aline, you're out of the warning box. It's going to be 40 minutes before this storm comes through. But again, pay very close attention because this could ramp up again, and Weather Service could reissue the tornado warning. I'm going to go ahead and put it back on our reflectivity here. Have some more storms firing up by Matador. That's got to be Texas, and they're not severe though. Nothing to the south. A little by Fort Worth. A little bit of rain. Again, I'm not really seeing any reason to believe that we're going to be getting a whole lot of storms here in the Oklahoma City area, which is great news for us. Hopefully, we will be jumping and getting out of that. Something I wanted to bring your attention to is that National Weather Service says that that the risk for severe weather is still strong-ish. I'm going to go ahead and bring that down here, let you guys see it. So you can see here, the National Weather Service is saying that tonight's risk, it's strong in this area, which is pretty accurate. The tornado is right over here, so it is still very close to that enhanced tornado risk. Severe risk, rather. The tornado risk, Altus, didn't really develop down there, did it? Not yet, at least. It did develop more in the low marginal area. But again, Oklahoma City, very low potential. And that's a good thing. So we're hoping it will stay that way. But again, it's hard to tell exactly what these storms are going to be doing. And something to bear in mind is that we will be back under the gun tomorrow, Friday afternoon and night, again with potential for tornado activity more to the east this time, a little bit east actually of Oklahoma City, and so we're having development to our west, and then tomorrow we're having development to our east. But there's nothing directly centered on us, and that will come eventually. But as of right now, we're glad to see that it's not forming directly over the Oklahoma City area. Of course, we want to be careful and always be cautious. So again, tornado warning in effect until 8:45 for southeastern woods and central major counties in Oklahoma. And the storm is moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. All right, please stand by. We'll be right back. All right, and as this storm does start to exit our coverage area, it is still tornadic, but it is also starting to slowly move out of our coverage area. Wanted to just give a quick rundown of what we're looking at. This is a tornado warning. It has been modified a little bit. Tornado warning for southeastern woods and central major counties, excuse me, until 8:45. Just for another 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. This tornado was located 6 miles northwest of Fairview. They're saying radar indicated rotation, but at this time, I've been watching KWTV, and they are saying that it is on the ground. They have signs of rotation. In fact, I'm watching their feed right now, and that thing is on the ground, guys. So you really do want to be safe and taking every precaution. If you're anywhere near the Clio Springs area, this storm is headed directly for you. You need to be careful, especially West Clio Orienta. Be in your safe space right now. Storm is... I'm going to go ahead and show you our coverage area, since this is one of our first broadcasts. The storm we're talking about, guys, is right here. So if you're in this area, please be seeking shelter. Now, all things considered, it's not in the Oklahoma City area, it's not in the Canadian County area. Hopefully you have another way of viewing your alerts and are keeping safe. Another severe thunderstorm warning just issued. This one is for Kansas, as these storms just churn right up. I mean, if this thing holds together, and I mean if, because it could take a very long time. It would take all night, guys. But if this storm did hold together, it would hit the Wichita area in about 5 hours. Not unheard of. Pay attention to Wichita. But if this storm does hold together, it would hit Wichita, Kansas. This is directly on that track or trajectory. As of right now, a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings all up and down western Oklahoma and the northeastern part of the panhandle of Texas. But again, no tornadoes headed directly towards the Oklahoma City area. This one by Sayre could be turning a little bit to the right, but again, that's still going to miss us unless it does a hard right. These ones by Wellington and Memphis, Texas are going to still be heading in that general direction. That's why the tornado watch is not really for our area, because they saw that these storms were only developing in this one line and then tracking up here. These are all supercells, they're all spinning, but they're not coming this direction as of right now. At this time, we're going to go ahead and break away from severe weather coverage. Again, tornado warning remains in effect for Woods and Major County for another 7 minutes. And stay with storm-warned weather. We will keep you advised with the latest information. And we now will be breaking off coverage and cutting back in with more live stream. Stay with us, subscribe, and we will certainly be keeping you advised if anything does develop, especially as it gets closer towards the Oklahoma City area.